There comes a phase in every creator's journey that nobody celebrates, nobody talks about, and yet it's the phase that decides everything, because this is where excitement fades, views fluctuate, growth slows down, and the same platform that once felt full of opportunity now starts to feel heavy, confusing, and sometimes even pointless. And this is where most creators quietly disappear, not because they couldn't succeed, but because they couldn't survive this invisible pressure that builds slowly over time. At the beginning, every upload feels exciting, every idea feels fresh, and every small result feels like progress. But as time passes, expectations grow, and when those expectations are not met consistently, doubt begins to creep in, making you question your content, your strategy, even yourself. And this internal conflict becomes more dangerous than any algorithm change, because once your mindset starts breaking, your consistency follows. You start noticing things that didn't bother you before, videos getting fewer views than expected, subscribers not increasing as fast, other creators growing quicker, and comparison becomes a silent distraction, pulling your focus away from your own journey and placing it on someone else's timeline. And in that moment, you forget one critical truth. Every channel grows differently, and comparing raw numbers without context only creates unnecessary pressure. And then comes burnout, the stage where creating content no longer feels exciting, where ideas feel forced, where uploading feels like a task instead of an opportunity. And this is where many people either quit completely or continue in a way that slowly damages their content quality, because they're no longer creating with clarity, they're just trying to keep up. But what most successful creators understand is that burnout is not a signal to quit. It's a signal to adjust, to step back, to analyze what's draining you, whether it's unrealistic upload schedules, lack of planning, or simply trying to do everything alone. And once you identify the cause, you can rebuild your system in a way that is sustainable, not just productive. This is where discipline quietly takes control, because motivation at this stage is unreliable. It comes and goes based on results, but discipline works regardless of how you feel. And the creators who survive this phase are the ones who show up even when they don't feel like it, not blindly, but with a structured approach that reduces stress and increases efficiency. You also begin to understand that failure is not an event on YouTube. It's a pattern. Repeat it again and again until you learn from it. And every low-performing video carries data, insights, and lessons that can improve your next upload, but only if you're willing to analyze instead of ignore, to adapt instead of complain. In Pakistan, where external pressure from family, society, and financial expectations can be intense, this phase becomes even more challenging, because YouTube is often not seen as a stable career in the beginning, and continuing despite that doubt requires not just skill, but belief, a belief that what you're building has value, even if others don't see it yet. And slowly, something changes, not in your channel immediately, but in your mindset, because you stop reacting emotionally to every result, you stop chasing instant success, and you start focusing on long-term growth, understanding that consistency over time will always outperform short bursts of effort. And this shift gives you stability, something most creators never develop. And one day, you realize that you didn't quit, you didn't give up, you didn't let the difficult phase break you, and that alone puts you ahead of thousands who started but never continued. Because on YouTube, survival itself is a competitive advantage, and those who stay long enough, learn enough, and adapt enough eventually reach a point where success is no longer uncertain, it becomes inevitable.